Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Trading Academy. In the last segment, I was talking about a market update on how these markets have soared to all-time highs. We had some great moves with stocks this week. We mentioned a little bit about NVIDIA, Netflix, Apple. Apple not at all-time highs, but very close. So we're seeing a lot of volatility in the markets, which is exactly what we're looking for. Great opportunities in these markets. And we're going to continue that discussion with income strategies and with wealth strategies. If you did miss seats to the investing class that we do locally here at the Academy, simply just text the word investing to the number 210-210, and that's for 2 seats for an investing class right here in Bloomington. Text investing to the number 210-210. When you do that, you'll get a text right back with a link to our landing page. You click that link, you can pick your own date. We do these classes during the week. We have them on the weekend. We're actually doing a campaign across the metro. We will be in Wayzata coming up here over the next week and a half. So make sure if you're in the Wayzata area or the Bloomington area, or really the whole metro, come into one of these classes and learn more about the financial markets and financial literacy. I do have my guest back on the show here today. I got Al on the show. Al, how are you doing today?
Good. I am doing fantastic. It's a great new year. New year's going really well so far. I'm looking forward to having it continue that way.
It's been a very good new year, and I think we've said that a few times this year. I think we're kind of running out of the new year talk, aren't we?
Last year was a good year. The year before that was a good year.
I know, it's always good.
Why do we keep saying that? How can we keep saying it?
Because the market is always open, the market moves, and that's all we're looking for is volatility in the markets, and that's the great thing about the markets, and that's a great thing about trading. It's recession-proof. You don't have to have somebody overlook you and tell you what you're worth. You don't have an hourly wage. You don't have a salary. Yeah. You dictate that. That's the pretty cool things about the markets.
Yeah, you only answer to yourself. There's only one person that can fire you. That's you. And there's only one person that can mess things up for you. That's you. And one of the things we do is help you make sure that doesn't happen. That's not the you that we look at.
That's the key is financial education and how you learn skills and learn techniques and concepts in the markets is being taught by someone that's been doing that for 25, 26 years, not some YouTube video, because you can't learn off of YouTube. Mm-hmm. And that's the importance of financial education, Al, because they don't train skills of investing, of trading, of money management in school. They just really don't do that.
Yeah, which is, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's really a travesty, because one of the most important things in your life is your financial situation. Not only when you're young, when you're out of school, throughout your working years, but then when you retire. I mean, those are 2 big components of your life: the income portion, the accumulation portion, and then the distribution portion when you retire. But both require money. And I was talking to someone today who was talking about all the trips he wanted to take and isn't able to take those trips because what does it require to be able to travel?
It's that M word.
It costs money.
And airline tickets aren't cheap and all that. So
and one of the things that if you questioned our students, I think one of the things that they would tell you is that what they have achieved is freedom of choice, being able to do things like that, being able to take a trip when you want to, and not have to worry about not being able to pay for it.
I'm glad you brought that up, because people in that persona, or people think that trading and investing is just all about money, and it's really not. It's all about what you want to do with your life. It's about choices, like exactly what you said. So everything we talk about here today is not just about money. It's about what you want to accomplish. Right. Maybe it's just time. Maybe it's being able to spend more time with the family, not having to go to a job, or being able to retire on your terms.
Exactly.
And that's one of the cool things that we do here at the Academy is we empower people to have that opportunity. But it takes a little bit of work. You have to actually do it and follow through with it. And you see a lot of people come to the Academy here, Al. What's some of the things that you're seeing people wanting to come learn at the Academy with these workshops that we've been giving seats to, and what are they getting out of that?
Well, I think everybody comes here because they want to achieve some success as a trader or investor. They want to achieve some success in their financial life. So I think you have to start out with, what's your definition of success? What do you want your life to look like financially? Where are you now? What do you want it to look like in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years? What are your goals? And then we can help you to achieve whatever you need to achieve to get there. It's going to be different for different people.
And it's what skills do you need to do that?
Right.
Because it's not knowledge.
Yeah, and when we look at what is a successful trader, well, a successful trader and what you need to be successful is the knowledge of the markets. What makes markets and prices of different assets go up and what makes them go down. And then another is having a game plan. It's based on a strategy that you have to have. You have to have a strategy if you're going to be an investor, but it has to be one that gives you consistent returns. So that game plan needs to include that plan or that strategy. And then you have to have the discipline to stick to the plan. Mm-hmm. You have to have a commitment to continued learning because things change. I was a broker when I was active, and this was a number of years ago, and I'm not going to say what number because it's a big one.
And I will make fun of you.
Yeah, yes, you will. So I'm not going to give you that opportunity. You'll find something else, I'm sure.
Although I think you had a birthday this last week.
Maybe
I did. What, 29 or 30? Which one?
Close. You're close within a little bit of time.
Got it. How many decades?
So my next point here is you have to have a commitment to continue learning because things change. And what I was going to say is the things that we used back years ago in the financial markets as a broker may not be working now. And there are different things, different assets, different strategies that are appropriate for different people. So you need to always know what's going on and what's appropriate.
One of the... Oh, sorry.
Well, I think one more thing
sure.
before you make your comment.
Yep.
It's also using people with proven success, people that already know what works, and as importantly, know what doesn't work. And that's what we provide. Traders that are active in these markets, many of them maybe ran hedge funds or run hedge funds, were floor traders on the exchanges. These are people that know how to be successful. They've proven it. So, the easiest way for you to learn to do something is just to piggyback off of them. Use them so you don't have to go through the trials and tribulations and errors that you might go through if you do this on your own.
That's the cool thing of what we have here at the Academy is it's a strategy that's already built, and you don't have to recreate that, but you have to follow it. You have to follow the steps, you have to follow the rules, and it's just odds and probabilities. And when you add odds and probabilities in your favor, that's where consistency comes into play. And you mentioned earlier how the markets go up, how they go down, but you need a plan that's designed to follow that. And that's very similar to what's going on right now in the football world. It's playoff football. We have the Super Bowl coming up. We had the great NFC championship and the AFC championship this week. And we have two great teams that are planning to hopefully win. And depending on when you listen to the show, the ones that won are going to the Super Bowl. And they're going to plan for that. And that's the same thing in the financial markets is once you have a plan, you just have to follow it. And you mentioned earlier having somebody to learn from.
Great.
What we have here at the Academy is people that can guide you and mentor you. Every professional athlete has a coach or a mentor, teaching them different concepts and techniques because they've been doing that for many, many years. And that's what the Academy has here. So if you need help in the financial markets, whether you have 401ks or IRAs, or you have a trading account and you just want to have more consistency with that, we have these investing classes right here at the Academy and across the metro. We have classes coming up in Wayzata, but we're local here in Bloomington. And these are classes where we've taught thousands, just like you, are many strategies. And these are designed to teach you to make smarter investing decisions. So to come into one of these classes, simply just text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's for 2 seats, one for you and one for a friend. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 right now. So, Al, in the first segment, I gave a little market update on where the market's at, all-time highs once again, and we're at blue sky right now. There's opportunities no matter which way this market goes. Correct. This could continue to go up, which is great. We could see markets go up, but you don't just want to buy and hope it goes up. You mentioned earlier what makes the market go up and what makes the market go down. How do we use supply and demand to identify buying stock at a discount and then selling at a retail price?
Yeah, I think anybody who might provide some financial education will tell you that what moves price is that relationship between supply and demand, and it's really buyers and sellers, and that just makes sense. It's a financial rule that really can't be argued. When there's more demand for something, price goes up. When there's more supply for something, price goes down. And in the markets, demand is just buyers and supply are just sellers. So if you could identify where the buyers are, where the sellers are, you have the odds are in your favor of being able to identify when to get into something and when to get out of something. The key is, and the challenge is being able to identify that. It's on a price chart. It's for whatever investment you're looking at, there's a price chart that will give you that information. And the important thing is having the right knowledge, the right education and skills to be able to accurately pick where those demand and supply zones are, where the buy zones, where the sell zones are. People can look at a price chart. When we first kind of introduced this in our classes, a lot of people will look at a price chart and say, "Oh, I see. There's 2 or 3 demand zones. There's 2 or 3 supply zones." You might find 5 or 6 zones, for example, demand zones, where you think that's a buying opportunity. There may only be one that's a good one, a good quality one, and that's our goal is to show you how to identify quality. Quality equates to the probability of something working in your favor. If you're trading with quantity, the only one that really benefits there is the broker. If you're trading with quality, then you're the one that benefits, and that quality gets you to the point where you can look at a price chart and identify a precise location where price is going to move in your favor. And then you have to know why that's going to happen, not why it's going to happen, but who's going to make it happen. To be honest with you, we don't really care why price moves up or moves down. We just want to know when it's going to move up and when it's going to go down. We have built a core strategy that does that, is designed to basically just follow the people that are making price go up and making price go down. And that's not you and me, Josh, but it's people like Warren Buffett who can put billions of dollars into one position, or companies like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. They don't trade 50 shares or 100 shares at a time. We're talking about maybe millions of shares, billions of dollars into a position or out of a position. That's what we need to identify. And for us, our core strategy has been developed and fine-tuned to be able to identify on a price chart where that activity is going to take place. So you can be set, you can be ready to basically let the institutions and people like Warren Buffett provide a profit for you when they start to take their positions or exit their positions.
I like that. And you kind of hit a couple nails on the head there. And I want to just elaborate a little bit more on that. You mentioned having a strategy that's designed to follow the institutions, the banks, which is the core strategy. And Al's talking about it's a step-by-step approach to the market. So all you have to do is follow it and follow the institutions, because of the institutions and banks, they move the money. The big markets. You even mentioned Warren Buffett. And I want to just talk a little bit about Warren Buffett. Was he born as a great investor? No. He was taught. He was taught by Benjamin Graham. So he actually, I think it was 2 years that he was mentored by Benjamin Graham to learn how to trade and invest. And that has brought in, what did he start with, $200,000 I think he started with? I think it was $100,000 that Buffett started with. Now he's worth several billions of dollars. Right. So you got to start somewhere, but you have to be guided and mentored. Buffett was mentored by somebody to be trained how to trade and invest. And that's what we do here at the Academy. We have 30 or 40 instructors now that are training people that have been on the floors, the exchanges, that started off as a runner maybe and then became a floor trader. Then some were clerks. So they facilitated order flow. That's where the strategy comes from. It's not something that was just made out of thin air. It actually comes from people that were on the floors, the exchanges, institutional traders. And that's what we do, is we want to follow the institutions, follow the big money, follow the smart money, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We illustrate that and show you how that works in these investing classes that we do here at the Academy. These are 2-hour classes to see how this strategy works, to see the different techniques and concepts on the markets, and hopefully making smarter investing decisions moving forward. So simply just text the word investing to come into one of these classes to the number 210-210. So that's text investing to the number 210-210. Do that right now. When you do that, you're going to get a call back, but also there's a link in that text so you can pick your own date. So to pick a date for the class, come to these classes. Al teaches these. I teach these as well. We have a great time, and a lot of really good people come to these classes. Text investing to the number 210-210. Coming up next, we're going to talk about some more income strategies, more wealth strategies, and how to make smart investing decisions in all market conditions. This is Josh and Al, Investing and Trading Live. We will be right back.